Hey, this is Brian. Thanks for watching Kies. In today's video, I'm going to show you step-by-step how to install a MISHIMOTO oil cooler on an F90 M5. If you've been following along, we've been building my dad's M5 to have over 700 horsepower. And while we're there, we're taking the opportunity to do all of the critical upgrades, including this oil cooler. Not only is it made of better materials, this is a bar and plate design instead of a tube and fin, so it's significantly stronger, but it has a 24% larger core for maximum cooling. Now, while this installation does require us to spill a little bit of oil, we're going to take this opportunity to fill it up with the best. Now, to get started, we're going to open our oil fill cap. This is going to allow air to go in, so it's going to flow out as smooth as possible. Now, as you can see, we are going to be doing today's project on a lift. If you don't have a lift, don't worry. I would recommend doing it on something like race ramps. They're stable, they're secure, and they're going to give you enough height to be able to get this job done. So whether you're using a lift, race ramps, or a jack and jack stands, let's get the car up in the air. Now, your oil cooler is located right here. You can see the factory unit, which kind of looks a little bit beat up underneath the car. The first thing we need to do to be able to get to it is remove this piece of plastic trim. It's held in by a series of 8mm screws. So at this time, remove all of the screws that secure this in place. Okay, then you can rock this down and slip it out just like that. Now, for this next part, you're going to need a T30 and also a 13mm. First thing we're going to do, we're going to release this T30 here and this one. The point of that is we're going to try to angle this a little bit. Then there's a 13mm nut on the back here. We're going to remove the line and get as much oil in the pan as possible. Once we get this fully installed, we are going to replace the oil in its entirety. However, since this is a low spot, whether you drain that first or last, it's not going to impact the amount of oil that's in the cooler. Then what you're going to do is just rock this back and forth. And just be careful that it doesn't shoot out. Sorry. And we're going to let this drain as much as possible. All right, so then you can unscrew the other side of the bracket. Okay. If it pops out, that's totally normal. Then you can remove the 13mm on the other side of the cooler. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Next, what we're going to do, we are going to swap out the O-rings that MISHIMOTO provides us with the factory OEM ones. So now what you can do, take the new grommets that are provided by Mishi. You're just going to pop all 4 of these on the sides. Okay. And when you go to install it, the MISHIMOTO logo is going to face down. So you can just take these and slip on your factory plastic connections. Then you can reinstall those T30s. Next, you can take your oil line, pop it into the cooler, and tighten it down with the included bolt. Then you can do the same on the other side. Then once you have your lines in, you can reinstall this underbody tray. Now, while we have the car up in the air, it only makes sense to do a full oil change, especially while we're this far. We have all of our oil gear out and ready to go. To drain the oil, you're going to find an 8mm Allen over here. And then once we're draining out the oil, we're going to replace the oil filter, which is located over here. Not bad. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to swap out the crush washer. Now, typically these are included in the oil filter kit. Then we're going to thread this in as soon as it stops, and we're going to torque it down to 40 Newton meters. Next, using our special oil filter removal tool, we are going to remove the oil filter housing cap. All right, so what you can do now is take your old oil filter cap, pop it out. Next, you're going to remove the old O-ring, which is located over here, and take your new one, and you can install that. It's very important that you make sure that you have this in the right gap. Make sure that you don't accidentally have it in a thread. So just go around, make sure that everything is properly installed. Then with your oil filter, there's going to be a side with a little screen, and there's going to be an opening. The opening is going to go up here. We're going to press that into place. Then you can take the oil cap, slide that on, and you can very carefully screw this on. You want to make sure that you have basically zero resistance, otherwise you could have it positioned incorrectly. Now for the torquing sequence, we're going to torque it to 40 Newton meters. Okay. Then what you're going to do is you're going to twist it 180. Then you're going to torque it again to 40 Newton meters. All right, everything underneath the car is done. Let's go fill the oil up top. Now, when it comes to filling your car with oil, you always want to make sure that you have a proper BMW certification on your oil, which is why we use Liqui-Moly Special Tech 0W30. As you can see over here, it does have BMW's proper LL01 FE certification. So that way it's not going to interfere with any warranties we have on the car. So now what we're going to fill the M5 with 10 liters of oil. As you can see, I like to use this oil jug. It helps me have a little bit more accuracy when pouring it in here, so I don't accidentally miss and make a huge mess. Now, since these cars don't have dipsticks, what we need to do now is we need to start the car and get it fully up to operating temperature, and then I'll show you how to check your oil level and then reset the light. All right, so with the car stopped in park or neutral and up to full operating temperature, what you're going to do is you're going to tap My Vehicle, then Vehicle Status. Then over here, you're going to hit Measure Engine Oil Level, and you're gonna hit Start Measurement. And it takes between, I'll say 1 to 2 minutes. Now, while we did put in the prescribed amount of oil from BMW, we did put a larger oil cooler in, so it may be good or it may need to be topped off just a little bit. All right, so as you can see, we are a little bit shy of max, so let me add in another half quart and see if we can get it up to that max line. All right, so I added about a half a quart of oil, and as you can see, we are perfectly up to that max line, so we are good to go. Last thing I wanna show you is how to reset your oil light. First thing we're going to do is triple click very quickly the start stop button over here. Just like that, with your foot off the brake, and again, the car is off as you can see. It's going to do some chimes, and then once it stops, the little button over here, you're gonna see it has diagnostic mode active. Just press the button until you don't see anything, and then you're going to press and hold. And then about 10 seconds or so later, you're going to see a secret menu pop up. Okay, so these are all the services that you have the ability to reset. So we're going to go over here to Reset Possible. Then you're going to press and hold. Then you're going to let go. And you're going to press and hold again. Don't worry, we didn't go 1,600 miles over. All right, and as you can see, our reset was successful, and it's set for another 10,000 miles or until about a year from now. And that's how easy it is to keep your oil cool and do an oil change on an F90 M5 with a MISHIMOTO oil cooler. If you're interested in any of the products or tools we use in today's video, be sure to see the links down in the description, where you're also gonna find a lot of other really cool videos on this F90 M5. Once again, my name is Brian. Thanks for watching. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.